Welcome to another edition of Theme Park Seniors. Coming up in this episode, we'll have details coming out about a possible park expansion, and the lawsuit over the Magic Key access has now been settled.
And Halloween is up and running in the parks around the area.
So come on, climb aboard. This episode of Theme Park Seniors is about ready to leave the station. Well, Disney is setting the stage for a near doubling of its Disney Parks and Experience division. In an early morning filing with the Securities and Exchange Commission made last Tuesday, the company revealed plans to spend nearly $60 billion over the next 10 years in its parks around the world. In the release, Disney says they have over 1,000 acres of land to develop, including land in Anaheim around the Disneyland Resort. This is enough room to build what would be the equivalent of 7 new Disneyland parks. The release of the filing was in advance of an Investor Day presentation that Bob Iger and Josh D'Amaro were set to make later that same day. The presentation contained a slideshow showing how the opening of large new projects leads to park revenue growth, setting the stage for the expansion to come being heavily dependent on Disney film properties. Disney said revenue in the park experience and products business has grown at the rate of 6% per year since 2017, hitting $32.3 billion for the last 12 months, ending July 1st, 2023. Over the past weekend, Disney leaked some details of the possible third park going under the name right now of Disneyland Forward. There are 2 different parking lots surrounding the hotels that encompass 50 acres that would be converted to a possible theme park area. The map plan of a possible layout shows 13 new attractions, including 5 new thrill rides. The possible expansion could also include a third gate for the parks. However, the third park would also mean added entrance fee or increased park hopper fees as well. The 17,000-page environmental impact report also addressed possible ideas for getting all those people across Disneyland Drive back and forth between the 2 parks. So how would Disney go about moving all these people? The report made a veiled reference to possible return of a people mover type or skyway type attraction to help move park goers. Of the rides that are still being operated today, there is also a reference to an expansion and rerouting of the monorail system to connect all 3 parks. The city of Anaheim has held over 100 different town hall meetings on the matter. A vote for rezoning the area is expected to take place sometime in early 2024. But a new park would be a long process, as the construction time is said to be spread out over some 30 years. We'll keep you updated. After almost 2 years, details of the proposed settlement in the Disneyland Magic Key lawsuit have been released, and Disney is going to pay out big time. The plaintiff in the lawsuit purchased a Disneyland Dream Key and was unable to attend the park as often as she expected due to lack of reservations available. Her main argument was the meaning of no blackout dates. Disneyland had advertised the Dream Key had no blackout dates, but Dream Key holders could not make reservations on some days, even though reservations were still available for guests with single-day or multi-day tickets. Her understanding of no blackout dates meant that she would be able to make a reservation any day of the year when reservations were still available because the park was not at capacity. The lawsuit originally made several claims, but the 2 that survived Disney's legal challenges were regarding breach of contract and violation of California's Consumer Legal Remedies Act, which prohibits unfair or deceptive practices in connection with sales of goods or services to consumers. The lawsuit also sought class action classification. The proposed settlement amongst the members of the class meant that the people who purchased Dream Keys would receive $67.41. But remember, the approval process takes months or years, and it's not likely that you'll receive any money back anytime soon. During the legal case, Disneyland stopped selling new Magic Keys. When sales resumed, the Dream Key was no longer available for purchase. A new Magic Key called the Inspire Key replaced it. The Inspire Key was clearly advertised to have blackout dates about 2 weeks around Christmas and New Year's. The Magic Key terms and conditions also were heavily modified to include the following. A pass does not guarantee entry, even on dates when the pass is not blacked out, and even when the theme park is not at capacity. Currently, there are no sales of new Magic Keys at any level except for renewals. We can only assume that more adjustments to rules and policies for Magic Keys are in the works, and that likely would include a price increase to cover the lawsuit settlement as well. Construction walls are back up in Toontown for the third time since it opened just a few months ago. Once again, the walls center around the Centennial Park area where concrete replacement is going on around the new Mickey and Minnie water fountain. As you know, Disney announced that all outlets in the fountain were now operational, but now this project again has major work being done around the area. You will remember since Toontown reopened, they have replaced the fake grass in the Centennial Park area itself and in the picnic area right across from the Roger Rabbit attraction. Well, Disneyland's newest restaurant has opened, and so far it's been a big hit. Crowds are flocking to the new establishment with New Orleans-inspired food. Tiana's Place opened the first day of September, and the lines have been almost non-stop ever since. The Disney Imagineers have done a very good job in flipping the old French Market restaurant with a new makeover inside and adding lots of new seating on the outside as well. The redesign included both outside, where they nearly doubled the available seating area, and inside, there was plenty of color added to the serving area along with artwork that adds to the nostalgia and time of the Bayou theme. The response has been so popular that the mobile order reservations had to be cut off around 8:30 a.m. on the restaurant's opening day, and lines have continued to be long. If standby is more of your liking, those lines have been just as long as well. One thing that added to the wait time was that the staff appeared to not be ready for the crowds on opening day, and that really seemed to slow down service. They've also reworked the menu for Tiana's. New items include a muffaletta sandwich, a new New Orleans-style po' boy sandwich, and Cajun baked chicken, and a few different styles of New Orleans-style gumbo. Don now joins us again to explain the menu options available for those with food allergies or sensitivities.
If you're like me and have several food allergies, intolerances, and sensitivities, this is a must-to-know when visiting the park. For Tiana's Place, they have an allergy-friendly menu. The allergy menus are for wheat and gluten, egg, fish, peanut, soy, and sesame allergies and intolerances. Make sure you speak with a cast member at Tiana's about your food allergy-friendly food options. And you need to be able to make an informed decision on deciding to order your meal to fit your dietary needs. If you have several allergies, intolerances, or sensitivities, you will want to go to the restaurant and speak with a special diets trained cast member. If you only have one allergy or intolerance, you may want to place a mobile order, but I would still check with the staff when picking up your order. Keep watching as we will be visiting the world's largest gluten-free expo in the coming weeks, and we will be putting together a special report from that event. So if you have a gluten-free allergy, sensitivity, or intolerance, you will not want to miss this.
One more thing to be aware of, this restaurant offers mobile order and has an exterior pickup window. Unfortunately, the mobile order has been making it very difficult to find a table as more orders are being filled than there are tables being turned. Well, Halloween is up and running at parks around Southern California. At Universal Studios, one of my favorite photo opportunities is for guests to have their picture taken in front of Psycho House with an Anthony Perkins lookalike who played Norman Bates in the 1960 Alfred Hitchcock thriller. The party that started them all is Knott's Scary Farm. It is celebrating its 50th year this year at Knott's Berry Farm, with a combination of goblins and scaries roaming the streets of the park to scare you. Now, this can be a bit overwhelming to the younger crowd, and there actually is an age restriction in place. And back at Disneyland, it's the Oogie Boogie Bash with the guest of honor for the party, Oogie Boogie, in attendance. This year, they even added to the number of after-hour party nights, and still, the nights sold out very quickly. The bash features a trick-or-treat style walk around through the park with exhibits and meet and greets with scary guests. The parade of Disney villains each night of the bash is also a big highlight with some of the bash goers. Many of the villains that appear in the parade include Captain Hook, the Queen of Hearts, the Sheriff of Nottingham, Jafar, and Ursula, the Sea Witch. Oogie Boogie Bash, like all the other Halloween parties, continue through the end of October. To help get you in the spirit for Halloween, Dawn is upstairs in her workshop to show us how she makes one of her more popular Halloween shirts in her shop. And she'll also have a special offer for you in her Etsy store on the shirt she is going to make. Dawn?
Thanks, Dan, and welcome to my shop. This is where I do all my production for my Etsy store. Today we're going to learn how to make a foil Mickey pumpkin shirt. So first of all, we're going to have our easy weed adhesive, which comes in a roll. I've cut a length that we need for our design. You want the shiny side down. So we're going to line this up on our mat. And it doesn't matter which mat you have with which machine. I have a Silhouette that I use. You want to rub it down and make sure it's all flat, because this is actually the adhesive on the top. We're going to put it into our machine. Then it's going to cut the design out that I have sitting in my computer ready to go. When it comes out, this is what we have. And so I have cut away most of it for you. We cut around the negative part of it, so you want to do a reverse weed, because this is the adhesive that you want. So I'm going to take this last piece and peel it back. That's easy. It's kind of sticky, so you want to go ahead and put that in the garbage. And so we are now ready to press our design. We're going to come over here to the heat press. I have it set at 305. We have it for about 10 seconds. And then I'm going to line up my design, ready to go. I always pinch it in the middle to kind of make it easier so I know where to put it on my shirt. And you want this to go with the adhesive down. So I'm going to get my handy dandy little marker for my shirt so I know where my middle is. I'm going to place this on top where I want the design to go. And then we're going to press this. And you want a pretty good press for your pressure. And this goes for about 10 seconds. Lift up. Now we do want it to cool a little bit before we peel this off. And as you can see, it looks like it's just a dark pumpkin because that adhesive is now fixed. So we're going to cool off our shirt. Okay, I'm going to put it back on our press. Line it all up, ready to go. And then we're going to peel this off. We want it to sit for just a second. Make sure everything is flat. Okay, now we're going to take our foil. And this foil, you want it to be this orange side down, because this is actually going to stick in that when you peel it off. The orange will stay. You again will want to cover this up. And again, we're going to press for 10 seconds. Remove that. We're going to see, as you can see, it's on the shirt. It's not going to move. We're going to let that completely and cool for I would say at least a good hour, making sure it's cool to the touch. Over here, we do have one that has been finished, and it's already prepped to go. I did a cute little design here on the sleeve for this one as well. So now it's cool to the touch, and we're going to peel it off. And there we have, see the negative piece there, and now we have a perfect Halloween shirt to wear for the season. And there you have it, folks, a great shirt to wear during this holiday season. For 25% off, if you go down and you scan the QR code, you'll be able to go to my shop where you'll see the listing for Disney Pumpkin Mickey, and you'll be able to get a special 25% off on the shirt when you order it through my shop through October 15th. Thanks so much, and see you soon!
With the Fantasmic show on the shelf until early sometime next spring, Queenie and the Jambalaya Jazz Band have taken to the rivers of America to provide entertainment for those waiting for the nightly light or fireworks show to start. Disney has now announced that Queenie and the rest of her band will continue to play for park goers, but they've also added some new enhancements. Video graphics and new lighting will be added to the show as they continue to run until the return of Fantasmic. Queenie and the Jambalaya Jazz Band appear 3 or 4 times a night while weather permits. And finally, in this episode of Theme Park Seniors, we want to announce the winner of our Which Attractions Would You Like to See Return contest. We asked you which of the old rides that you would like to see rebuilt in a perfect world. The most mentioned attractions were the People Mover and Circle Vision 360. Mitchell Chase from Dallas was the only person who mentioned both of those attractions.
So Mitchell, you are the winner of the contest. You win a Theme Park Seniors t-shirt. Congratulations, and you'll receive your shirt in just a few days. Remember to like and subscribe to Theme Park Seniors, as we will draw a name from our subscribers and we will give away another Theme Park Seniors t-shirt in the coming days.
Well, that'll bring this episode to a close. Remember to be looking for our next show coming soon and our special walk-around report coming from the Gluten Free Expo. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time here on Theme Park Seniors.
See you next time.